What if AI could take your boring screen recordings and turn them into fully edited videos with zoom, motions, and effects automatically? I've tested a lot of screen recording tools and editing workflows, so I wanted to see, can this actually replace my current setup? I'm going to record something from scratch, compare the raw versus AI edit, and see if this actually saves me time or if it's just hype. Because if this works, it could save me hours every week. Quick heads up, Focusee is sponsoring this video, but I wanted to test it in my actual day-to-day workflow. Focusee is very similar to other screen recorders. You just select the camera that you're using, either a webcam, a virtual camera, and or your smartphone. It can automatically detect a smartphone device. It's not just your basic screen recording. It's set up so that the AI is automatically detecting an opportunity for zoom and pan to enhance the recording experience, to enhance the actual video. And then the other cool thing is that it can really enhance the visual focus. So not only zoom and pan to really zoom in on a specific chart or graph or like a point in on a map. The goal of this tool is to enhance the experience and focusing on a visual point. So if you're teaching geography or history and you want to point to a map of where the US is in relation to the Middle East, then you can zoom in on where the US is and where the specific countries in the Middle East that you're talking about. And then this helps you as an instructor really make a better impact and teach better, because now your students' attention span is focused on a specific point in the map versus looking at this big general picture. The other feature they've added, which is 3D motion. And then the other feature that I'm going to talk about is the cursor style. So I'm just using a very general black cursor, but if you wanted to enhance it because maybe your students are younger or older and they respond differently to different kinds of cursor, you can choose from different styles of cursors, and then you can preview how those cursors show up. So all this is designed to really enhance and maximize the experience for your learners. And then post-production, so this is where, so that when you're recording, if you're using a virtual camera, you can add your own photo or you can show yourself directly on camera. You can also use a virtual avatar, and then it can also generate subtitles as well as background removal. So let's just say you can see my wall right now is a pretty solid color, but let's just say I was recording from a different location where I don't have a very solid, where my wall is got lots of distractions and the background isn't clean. They can remove the background and then use a green screen to put a different background instead. And then AI audio, this is a challenge that most people face, is that sometimes they're recording and then sometimes your neighbor starts slamming the door or they're doing construction, and then your recording gets disrupted and by loud noise. And this is where the AI audio can remove and clean up some of that background noise or minimize the effect of the background noise on your recording. And then once you're done recording, this is where all this editing happens. And so each time you record, you can choose to use a teleprompter, or you can just go ahead and record and then use the AI subtitles, AI transcript to then edit and adjust your recording. All your videos are hosted locally on your computer, so you can find it inside your Focusee folder, and that's where all your video files or audio files will be located. I want to talk about the pricing because this is a common question a lot of people have, is that depending on whether you choose monthly versus yearly, you will see a significant discount. The pricing here is very affordable compared to other tools on the market. So for $20 a month, if you're doing the monthly plan, you can do one device, one computer. You can have unlimited videos, unlimited recording duration, and then a custom watermark. So if you wanted to, like me, add a logo to watermark your videos to say Learn with Jean, you could. And if you don't have to, and if you don't want to record, you don't want the videos stored locally, they give you up to 5 gigs of cloud storage. Now, this is $19 a month if you're doing month to month, but if you go with the yearly subscription, then cuts and slashes your costs down to $4 a month. They do offer a 60-day money-back guarantee as well as a 7-day free trial. Now I'm going to show you the edited version of this earlier screen recording. Let's review the cursor style. So I chose this default cursor style, and I don't have any kind of click effect because I think that's too distracting. And then I can decide if I want to zoom in a little bit more, and then we can see how that looks. And then I don't need to motion blur because this was already pretty clear background. And I selected my camera layout, which is here, but if I want to use an AI avatar, I can change it to someone else. I have 1,000 credits, and so it's going to charge me. It tells me how many credits that I use based on the length of this project. So I'm not going to generate an avatar. But now I want to then look at audio enhancement. So maybe I can just enhance the volume a little bit because it was a little low. And I can take advantage of audio noise reduction. So if I am recording this and my neighbor's dog is barking, this is where audio noise enhancement helps to reduce the loud barking noise to more of a soft barking noise. And then captions. So I can use advanced model, or I can just use a local model. And then the captions help you follow along as I'm pointing and clicking throughout the entire screen recording. I've enhanced the zoom in motion blur to 61 from the original. If I don't like it, I can just turn it off, but let's just turn it on and see what this looks like. Focus specifically on the zoom and pan. I can choose from different speeds: slow, medium, fast, and rapid. I'm just going to take a look at the slow right now. The AI detects every point and click so that if there's an opportunity to zoom and pan in, that's what they're going to do in this recording. So you can see that was a very slow zoom and pan, and I also added the 2D zoom effect as well, and I can just change it to the 3D motion, apply to all 3D motions. Now let's start to show you the difference between the zoom and pan at the slow pace and then the zoom and pan at the rapid pace. So let's just look at the slow pace. An opportunity for zoom and pan to enhance the recording experience. Seems like a good pacing. Now let's compare that with the rapid to enhance the actual video. So every point and click, the AI detects every point and click so that if there's an opportunity. So to me, that's where the slow versus rapid is. The slow is slow, but not too slow, and the rapid suddenly just picks up the pace in terms of the zoom and pan. For me, the rapid can be really helpful if you really want to quickly emphasize that when you zoom in on a dashboard, you zoom in on a chart, you zoom in on a geography point, country, city on the map, it gets the user's attention quickly in an instant. I think the most important is the movement type: slow, medium, fast, and rapid. And then we can take a look at the zoom in. Motion blur. And then it might be helpful to take advantage of the start recognition. It might be helpful to consider using the smart cut. So you can edit the video by text. So we can choose from different languages. I'm just going to make sure I select English and then start recognition. And it's going to give me the entire video transcript. And then I can then cut words out and edit it that way so that I'm editing not only the impact of getting someone's attention with this video software, but I'm also cutting out words and removing silent pauses that may impact the video experience. And so you see they've given me 50 different suggestions of what to delete, and if I want to delete it, I can go ahead and delete all 50, and then I can review it and continue. I can delete all 50, and then they're going to tell me any silence. They're going to also tell me if there are any silent pauses and if they detected any filler words. So they didn't have any filler words. They just gave me every suggestion in here. And then I can refresh it. Now let's check out the slow zoom and pan. This is a software as a screen recording tool. It's not just your basic screen recording. And then now let's compare that with the rapid, where the pace suddenly elevates and it gets your attention because it's moving so fast. It's the AI set up so that every click is determining. Now, to me, that really got my attention quickly because, wow, it's moving fast. And that is where the zoom and pan is really effective. You can choose from a slow pace and then suddenly move it up to a rapid pace because video attention is really key. Thank you to Focusee so that I could try out this tool. And if you'd like to give it a try, I have an affiliate link in the description below where you can save 20% off your plan. So on top of either $20 a month or slash it to the yearly plan at $4 a month. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you soon.